Hey guys, so today I devoted the entire day to sitting down and writing the book and working on perks. So, yay! That's always good. Oh, also there is a new video on the main channel. You should check it out if you want. The main the driving goal and the main point of that video is that you should follow me on Instagram. So maybe you didn't see that video, but you're seeing this video, so I will extend the call of action. You should follow me on Instagram if you want. It'd be cool. I really like Instagram, and I'm trying to do like more things on different social media platforms besides YouTube. Besides YouTube, I wanted just to like have different spaces to ask questions and stuff like that. Because everything I post on my main channel has to be so polished, so sometimes it's nice, and sometimes it's nice to just get a different audience and a different perspective. So I kind of did that on this channel successfully. There's like 40,000 of you, and we can like interact, and that's great, but I also want to like bring it to a totally different space besides YouTube, so that's kind of, anyway, that's why I want you to follow me on Instagram. But today I need your help, guys. This is like an assignment for you. If you have a few moments and you want to help me, I really need your help. I need your help articulating. A lot of you guys are so smart and you can put words together in such beautiful ways, and I am having like a writer's, not necessarily a writer's block, because I know what I want to write. I've been writing for so long today that I just can't, I can't put my thought together. Even right now I can't. I've just run out of the ability to make like clear, concise points, communicate ideas. I can't do it. So here, I'm going to share with you like an idea that I want to communicate, and if you want, I'm not going to steal your words. That would obviously be plagiarism. But if you want to help me, you can prove it later if I do steal your words. You can take a screenshot of your comments and you can go look at my book and blah 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 blah. I hope you're not worried about that, because that's not something I would do. I'm just looking for like inspiration, not necessarily for like specific words, but just for like thought process, because I'm just having trouble. So if you can put this idea in an articulate way, that would mean a ton to me. So this is like the idea that I'm trying to communicate. So essentially the book is like a collaborative effort, as you know. Like you're being a part of the collaborative process right now. And so in the intro of the book, we talk about that. We talk about how the book isn't just like, Ashley Mardell sure thinks she knows a lot about sexual and gender diversity, so listen to her write about it. Like, that's not it. It's like, Ashley Mardell is smart enough to know that she isn't that smart, and therefore has asked a ton of people. So I essentially say, like, the book, if you want it, in the simplest terms, in the simplest form, the book is a collaboration between myself, queer theorists in like the academic sphere, and Tumblr. And then I'm trying, so what I'm needing help with is trying to justify the inclusion of Tumblr. Because basically, I say boop 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 boop. Okay, so I need help justifying why we should recognize Tumblr as a voice for LGBT people, and why it is, while imperfect, still a valuable source, a valuable place of information. And it's certainly not perfect, and that's also something I need help with too, because I acknowledge that. I was like, Tumblr is like this crazy, messy, weird thing out there on the internet, and it has tons of LGBT knowledge and LGBT information, and that's why this book is gonna like reference a lot of Tumblr voices. However, it does it. Okay, anyway, see, I'm already having trouble, but okay, so basically, this book is going to use Tumblr as a resource. Why is Tumblr? So I want you to help me I want you in helping me. Oh, this is so hard. Talking is hard today. Too much writing and talking and putting sentences into. I was almost going to say putting sentences into words. Putting words into sentences. Blah, blah. Okay. This book is going to recognize Tumblr as a resource. I need you to help me in articulating why Tumblr is an imperfect source and what are some of the things that make it imperfect. For example, And I want you to go beyond the obvious. So obvious things, why Tumblr is imperfect, obviously, because anybody can make an account and write anything they want, of course. Like, I know that. So go beyond that. So for example, Tumblr is often very biased. There is usually like a hyper-progressive agenda. Oftentimes opinions and made-up definitions of things are presented as facts. Not a lot of times people on Tumblr are worried about like citing sources and like whether or not the information they put out there is accurate and whether or not the way that they put the questionable information is presented as accurate. Like sometimes people just like write anything they want to present it as like fact. Like boom, here's a definition for this. And it's like, wow, you have confidence in the definition you made up yourself. So oftentimes opinions are presented as facts, and anyone who critiques or questions them is brought under fire. Tumblr is really cliquey and really defensive, and they oftentimes, like, if you question something, people take it the wrong way, like you are homophobic or transphobic, and immediately you are just attacked. And then like ostracized from the conversation or community. So it's not like a safe space for like critiquing identities and terms. So yeah, and then sometimes the line between like an identity and an identity for the desire to, sometimes the line between identities and trends blurs. That's just what I think. That's kind of a controversial opinion, but it's true. A lot of times I think that sometimes identities on Tumblr are manufactured and worn and passed around like a pair of jeans. But that's really hard because it just depends what the person who made the identity, what their like agenda was. Was it to like have a word that made them feel comfortable? Or was it because, like, all these people are talking about all these words and I just want to make one? You know, like, it's like, are you just making it because people are making them and you want to be included and so you make one? Or is it because you, like, have a feeling and you don't have a word for it, so then you put a word to it? So anyway. But then, again, Tumblr is also, like, really valuable because it is the voice of the people. It's, like, very grassroots, you know? And if the book is about the people, what a better place, who better to ask than the people? It is also like the birthplace of 1,000 identities. These identities like sprout up on Tumblr before they do in Merriam Dictionary or any kind of like educational reference book. Like, Tumblr is kind of where a lot of it starts, which is really important. Also, Tumblr works really hard. They put a lot of work into making sure the language they use is always inclusive and comfy for all. And I think that's great. So basically, what I want you to help me articulate is that this book recognizes Tumblr as a resource. It's an imperfect source, but it's still a source that we're going to use because it's valuable for reasons X, Y, and Z. How do I write that? I'm having trouble. You could be like, one of the sources of information is Tumblr. While it may be imperfect because of blah, 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 it is still ultimately a great thing, like a solid place to find LGBT knowledge because I'm blank, blank, and blank. So, in the end, this book recognizes that the Tumblr platform is not without its flaws, but it would still be a detriment to not include it in the ultimate product. That doesn't even make sense, but it's about as close as I can get. Can you please make that into a paragraph or two for me? Would you please do that? You can also include some of your own ideas. You don't even have to include the ideas I said. If you think one of my ideas was crap, you can leave it out. If you think 8 of your own ideas are great, you can put them in. Ugh. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-boop-boop. My hair is extra messy today. Okay, bye. If you do this, like if you do take some time to do this, I will be so thankful. Just saying. I will go out of my way to thank you. Yay.